President adding fuel to his fight with Republican Senator Bob Corker. The two traded jabs on Twitter over the weekend, and Corker told the New York Times the president could lead us into another world war. President Trump tweeted again yesterday saying Corker was set up by the Times and, quote, made to sound a fool. Well, this morning our John Keller takes a closer look at the fight and what it says about politics as a whole.
Good morning. When you cover politics for a living, you sure spend a lot of time calling out politicians over their judgment. That's our job. But maybe there's room once in a while to call out another group that plays a role in our political failures: the voters. Here's a case in point. By now, you've probably heard about the unusually public food fight between President Trump and Republican Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee, who compared the president the other day to a child at a daycare center and suggested he might be on his way to starting World War III. In an interview, Corker was asked if his recent decision not to seek re-election next year had liberated him to be candid about Trump. And the senator said, quote, obviously, if I'm running in a Republican primary, you end up being constrained, end quote. So, let me get this straight. The chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee believes the President of the United States, the leader of his own party, is so childish and reckless, he might plunge us into global warfare, and yet he feels constrained by his own constituents from warning us about it? Not exactly a profile in courage, but note that he believes many of those voters just wouldn't tolerate him speaking out. Are you potentially one of those voters ready to punish Paul for telling what he believes to be the truth about such incredibly important public matters? If so, I hope you're not also one of those voters who's always complaining about two-faced Pauls who don't have the guts to give it to you straight. You can't have it both ways. And if truth is the solution, then anyone, Paul or voter, who obstructs it is part of the problem. Talk back to me through email at keller@wbz-tv.com or use Twitter @KellerAtLarge.